Okay, welcome back. So today we're looking at another skill involving expanding brackets. And that is how we expand brackets when we have a negative value out the front. So our first one here is minus 4 bracket x plus 5. Again, hidden between these two is implied multiplication. Alright, so there's a hidden multiplication sign in between those. So what we're going to do is we're going to take negative 4 and we're going to multiply it by the first term, and then we're going to add negative 4 multiplied by the second term. And you may wish to put these in brackets as you're doing it, just so you record the sign relationships. So negative 4 times x is minus 4x. And then if we're adding a negative, it's going to be a negative. And then negative 4 times 5. So negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. So it'll just be minus 20. So when we see these two symbols next to each other, we're going to use minus. So plussing a minus just becomes minus. And minus a minus is going to become a plus. All right, just remember those sign rules. All right, let's look at the next one. This one, negative x minus 7. Okay, it might look like there's nothing here at the front, but a negative sign at the front of a bracket before expansion actually means minus 1. Okay, so we're still distributing that negative 1 just over the two terms again. Just remember that hidden there is not only multiplication but also a 1. Right, so 1 times x, or minus 1 times x, is just negative x. And then minus 1 times minus 7, so plus negative 1 times negative 7. Okay, a negative times a negative is a positive. So we end up with negative x plus 7. Now, that makes perfect sense because if we start out with minus 1 over the course of these terms, what we're really doing is just changing the signs of both terms. Okay, let's do another one. So minus 3 times 2x plus 4. Again, distribute the negative 3 over to the 2, so it's minus 3 times 2x plus minus 3 times 4. Okay, because these are both next to each other, plussing and minus is just going to be a negative, so we end up with negative 3 times 2x is minus 6x, and then negative 3 times 4 is minus 12. So it can help sometimes if you just do these as separate little pairs before resolving the signs at the end. Alright, next one, minus 5 times 2x minus 3. So, distribute this negative 5 over the 2x and we get minus 5 times 2x plus negative 5 times negative 3. Can also be another thing, you can put both of these in brackets, you can put one of them in brackets, just however you want to write it out. So minus 5 times 2x is just going to be negative 10x plus minus 5 times minus 3. Minus 5 times minus 3 is a minus times a minus, which is going to be positive, so we can ignore the signs, and we can do 5 times 3, which is just 50. Alright, last one. So again, we have this minus symbol out the front, which is implying negative 1 times what's in the bracket. Okay, so negative 1 times 3x plus -1 times -2y. Okay, maybe 1 times 3x is just -3x, and -1 times -2y becomes +2y, so plus 2. You do not have to do these arrows. The only reason we end up doing these is just at the start to illustrate the processes involved, and it can be just a quick shorthand to help remind you to do these in the correct order. Alright, that's it for this video. Hopefully it was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.